don't mind shutting the door. Oh no, here we go. Emmy's back in. Grab a seat.
There you go, mate. Thank you very much.
Fruit pastels.
Bit of energy.
What for now?
For now, yes. What's your favourite colour?
What for fruit pastels?
Yeah.
It's the purple ones. Why would you even ask that question? Surely everyone knows the purple ones are the way
See,
forwards.
I'm colourblind, so I don't actually know which ones are the purple ones, but is that the purple one?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
it. But colourblind.
Yeah.
No. You're wrong.
What's the worst one? Yellow.
Green. Green's the rough one, isn't it? It
How
tastes
about
like
a combination of a few?
Whose podcast is this? I should be asking you these questions.
I'm a coach. I ask questions.
Yeah, I don't know. No, just the purple ones are the best, definitely. Emmy, do you want one?
I do, but I
Don't want to ruin
Go for it.
lunch.
No, go for it. If you wouldn't mind just shutting the door there, that'd be great.
Sorry, I thought
I think she's just going to be a few minutes. Yeah.
About that. Just ruined your entrance.
No worries. High quality podcasting here.
Super high. Go
Sort
on,
of
crack them open.
Admin. Doing the admin.
Crack them
Hey,
open.
go on, crack them open. Yeah.
No, honestly.
And throw some to our...
What, and catch them like seals?
Yeah.
What we could do.
Let's try it.
What we could, you have to guess the colour because you're colourblind.
Okay. As it's thrown towards me.
I have to wash my hands, so.
That's fine.
So colourblindness, right? So I've been told I'm a red-green colourblind, and in the past, how that's impacted me. So I wear contact lenses.
Yeah.
It was on a whiteboard. I couldn't see the red or the green pen so well, but I can definitely tell the difference between red and green. Yeah. So I'm confused with the whole colourblindness thing. Is it?
That was my.
Didn't want that one. It's a yellow one. Let's try another go. Hey!
Skills, look at that. Go on then, yeah, why not? While we're here. Great audio. So, straight in.
That was really good.
Smashed straight into my shave.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Straight down your throat.
Yeah, brilliant.
No, I think I'm the same as you. So it's reds and greens, blues and purples, browns and greens. It's certain shades of colour that I can't necessarily tell. I'm not confident in saying that is that colour. I can see a red traffic light. I can see a green traffic light. I know what the primary colours are. It's just where there's certain like this.
Yeah.
To me, that's blue.
Yeah.
But I'm not 100% certain it is blue. It could be like a purpley blue. And it's the shades of colours that I'm not confident on. Maybe I'm just a little bit thick and didn't pay attention at primary school. But
you haven't got the vocabulary or something.
Yeah. But my mum used to have to buy me the crayons with the colours written
on there.
Because I do trees in brown and the
Okay,
sea
yeah.
in purple.
Because I think everyone thinks colourblindness is just black and white, isn't it? That's all you're seeing, and you can't tell the difference.
I like telling people that, and they go, "Really?" And go, "No, I can see colour."
Brilliant. Have you ever had a situation where that has been debilitating or a nightmare for you?
When I was installing some new plug sockets at my house.
Oh no!
And nice chrome matte ones instead of the plastic white ones.
Yeah.
Thought, I'll do it myself. And obviously put the red in the green and the green in the red, and like little shock. Okay. So near
you
death.
Shocked yourself.
Near death.
Near death, yeah. Just a little shock.
A little near death experience. It's fine. To save myself 50 quid.
Oh man, crazy.
You? Have you had anything?
No, literally, like I remember at school, it was. If I sat at the back of the class, I couldn't read anything that was in green or red. And I had glasses, that got tested and been given glasses, but I was image conscious.
Could you see the shape of the letter though?
Not really.
Oh wow, okay.
No, it was just kind of a bit blurry. I knew it was red writing on there, but it was just a bit blurry. So for a while I used to put my glasses on. They were horrible big square gold rimmed glasses, and I used to sit there like this because I felt like embarrassed about how I looked, and then in the end I just stopped wearing it. And
what age was that?
It'd have been secondary school, I think. Maybe at the end of primary school, but you didn't really have the whiteboard, so it didn't impact me so much. It was definitely.
So I was the same. I had glasses when I was probably 10, 11, but didn't wear them. And then I got contacts when I was 14 because I was never wearing my glasses. And I was playing hockey for the school without my glasses on. It's like, seeing how, and I'm blind, like I'm properly blind. How can I play hockey without my glasses on?
So
and somehow I still made the team. So
yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? So I remember I wouldn't have had contacts until I must have been 16, 17, 18, something like that. Because I remember walking down the high street and waving at someone, only for them to get closer by and be like, "Who the hell are they?"
That just sums you up, though, Ed, aren't you? You're a friendly guy, aren't you? Just say hi to anybody. Hiya.
Do you know what? It's I don't necessarily intend to be, but I'll share a story with you because it probably rings true.
You don't intend to be friendly.
No, it's not that I don't intend to be friendly. I'd get myself into situations because I think I've got a friendly demeanour or a friendly face or something. So I was in San Sebastian a few years ago, and we met up with this couple. We were queuing up some food. We met up with this couple and had a few drinks. This is from 10:30 onwards because we weren't planning to drink.
In the morning.
Yeah, so we queued up to get an omelette.
Oh, okay. Very English.
This whole thing. No, but it's like a Spanish omelette is the best in the world, all this sort of stuff, And we met this other English couple, got talking, then was like, should we just go for a drink? And this was by about 11 o'clock. So we had a few drinks. And by about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, my wife was feeling a bit worse for wear, and she decided she'll go up to the apartment, the Airbnb that we were staying at to relax. So I was like, well, take my card, go get yourself in, and I'll give you a call and I'll come and find you when I'm done here because I'm still talking to them. Well, anyway, she's gone off, and what I didn't realise until later on was that she's got both the key cards for the room, and she'd left her phone behind, and she'd fallen asleep. So what ended up happening, so I'm making this a bit of a long story, but what ended up happening is, San Sebastian is all these tight little streets with all these pincho bars. The other two had gone away, and it was just me on my own. I couldn't get into the apartment, so I just started walking down the road, and I ended up getting involved in not a fight, no. I got involved in the gastronomy society who'd been marching around town with all their music and playing instruments and stuff like that. They were having a party at their thing, and I just walked along and was sort of smiling and seeing what was happening. And the guy who run the whole thing just came up to me and said, "Do you want a beer?" And bear in mind, there's loads and loads of tourists going by trying to buy a beer and join in with the party.
He saw that you were all lonely and alone and crying.
Maybe,
get in your Airbnb.
I don't know. I was quite happy to be on my own, strolling around. But yeah, he's just started getting me beers. He wouldn't let me pay for them at all. He introduced me to a Japanese guy who sort of spoke some English, because none of them spoke English really as well. So it was that's sort of scrapes I get myself into. Like, not scrapes, but fun situations.
So were you happy that your wife went for a sleep, or were you?
Yeah, it was great.
Cut. Your wife watches this, right?
Yeah, probably not. No, but I mean, it's trying to join in with their singing, dancing on the street with them on the floor. I had a great afternoon. Such an experience. It was mad. But yeah,
well, it's on my list, San Sebastian. So,
mate, definitely do it. Definitely do it, especially if you like food. It's just great fun. But
I was fairly close recently when Tottenham won the Europa League final. We won't mention the football, will we, Ed?
Yeah, but how are they doing this year? They're doing
right.
Too bad. Yeah,
1 goal difference behind you. So
it was last year though. That was beautiful, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was lovely.
14th, 15th,
17th, 16th, 17th. Yeah, but we won the cup.
So yeah, that's how you're balancing it out. Yeah, but how and why did you become a Tottenham supporter?
The eternal question. So it was my father. It was my dad. My dad lived in Finchley, North London. He went as a kid. He did the right thing of taking his son to the football. I became a Spurs fan. So, and my kids are now Spurs fans.
Yeah, shame, isn't it? Really.
Well, they enjoyed it on Tuesday night.
Like the plague, it just keeps on spreading.
Well, yeah. But we'll be all right. We'll be okay. We're doing all right.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you ever feel the whole rivalry thing between Arsenal and Tottenham? Like, it's like some people get really angry and proper into it.
Like, we don't worry about Arsenal. We worry more about Chelsea, Liverpool. I hate. West Ham absolutely hate us, and now I live in East London. It's pretty much 70% West Ham, 20% Spurs, 10% Arsenal. So last weekend was just funny because we thrashed them.
Yeah, 3-0.
And they just think they're a much bigger club than they are. So
nice.
Yeah.
So we talked about me being easy or a friendly person, you're quite easy to get on with, I found. So for people that don't know, me and Phil used to work together at Expense Reduction, and sort of now known as Era Group, and that's how we met. And I always found you an easy person to get on with, and you're always willing to give me support, some insights and help as well, which I really appreciated. And have you got yourself into any weird scrapes like I have, or
any weird scrapes? I don't know. I think sometimes I'm a little bit. I can be extroverted, but then like other times I can be quite shy and quite like demure and not put myself in situations of marching around San Sebastian with marching bands.
I didn't put myself. I got dragged into it.
No, I don't think I've got into many scrapes in my life. I've never been in a fight in my life, which is pretty. Have you ever been in a fight?
No.
No.
Not
that sort of character. So I was started on once. Had to call my mum. She had to come pick me up. I was like 13, outside roller bowl in Bracknell or something. And these bigger kids started on me. And went, "Mum, come and help, come and get me." And that's probably the closest I've been to being in a fight.
Yeah. I think I've been punched once, but it wasn't a fight. I just sort of stood there, and and that was the end of it. And well, someone else, another one of the kids came along and just gave him a kick up the backside, and then he off he went. And it was over football. He'd hacked me down, so I went and hacked him down. And yeah.
No, it's not worth it, is it? It's just not. I don't know. It just can't be bothered to have aggro.
No.
So
do you think that lends into your role today then? So you're managing
good link into work, Ed. Good link into
smooth.
Work.
You can see why I have a podcast, right? Yeah. But no, but does it sort of the easy to get along kind of personality that you have help you in your day to day? I'm assuming it does, right? Like,
yeah, like I think I deal with all sorts of different people, all different sizes of businesses and business owners, and different stresses or like wants out of what they're trying to achieve. So I think I need to be quite adaptable in order to like fit in with them.
Yeah. So a question on that. Sorry, I'll just to interrupt, because I feel that I do that as well sometimes. Depending on who I'm talking to, it's not a premeditated thing, but I kind of match their vibe or their energy, if you know what I mean. Do you find the same for yourself? You end up kind of matching that person's vibe because it's.
Yeah, but I think you naturally work with people that are quite similar to you, because if like our process is you bring them on as a client, we do a piece of work with them, and then hopefully that leads to further work as well. So within that first bit of work, we're finding out about each other and how we work and what like personalities we are and things like that. And I think the main bit of work that we do with clients is as a result of building a good relationship in the first place. And maybe the clients that we don't build a good relationship with in the first place, we don't move on to the second phase of work, or things happen, for example. So I would genuinely say that I get on with all of my clients and I like them, and like I enjoy meeting them and helping them and helping them with their business.
Yeah, I saw that with Sanjay from Fruit and Veg Man. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And he called it a fruit and veg stall then. I don't know why, because it's conjured up the picture. But yeah, he's such a...
He's a character, isn't he?
Yeah, such an energetic,
guy.
funny, brilliant person.
Yeah. But like we went to Luton, we're in the Championship playoff, and he invited me along. And so it's like it moved from a client relationship to a mate relationship.
That's nice.
And he did, I don't know if you saw, he went to Carfest, which was Chris Evans's music festival.
Okay, yeah.
And he had a stall there, and I said, "Oh, I'll come along with the kids." And in the end, my daughter came, but my son didn't, because he's now 16 and off in his own world. But me and my daughter had a great time. We camped, we helped out on the stall.
I was going to say, did you ever go on the stall?
Yeah. We worked all day Saturday, like 9.
I can imagine you'll be good at that, like the old-fashioned ones, at the market stall.
Pound a bowl,
pound. Yeah.
None of that shit. We did have a human fruit machine, which was a good idea. So we were trying to entice people into the stall. So Andy, one of the franchisees, was handing out free grapes. He then said, "Would you like to try the human fruit machine?" So we had 3 bags, fruit and veg man bags, with a banana, apple, and a orange, yeah, in each bag. And the 3 of us were stood behind. They pulled the lever. We went like this. And then we each picked out a fruit at the same time, and if the 3 fruits matched, then we gave them at the start we'd given them a free punnet of grapes, and we're like, whoa, we've given about 10 punnets away already.
Yeah.
We need to stop this. So in the end, we basically said you get £1 off a purchase, which meant people came in and bought something, and then went from there. But that was great. It was like my 11-year-old daughter Olive was amazing and just got into it, and like it was this great fun. It was hot, but it was tiring, but it was great fun. And I enjoy doing things. I enjoy experiencing. That my life is about getting out there and doing things. Thus doing things like this, because it's like it's a new experience, isn't it? And it's something interesting, not to say, oh, I've done it, but just because it's beats sitting your desk all day.
Is it putting yourself in uncomfortable situations that's the exciting part, or is it more just to see what it's like?
I wouldn't say
what's the feeling it's generating, I guess.
I wouldn't say it's uncomfortable, because if it was really uncomfortable, I probably would not do it. But I'm just sort of, well, why not? Why not do it?
Yeah. So what's some of the best things you've experienced then?
In life?
Yeah, just like your best experiences. Just
maybe Tottenham winning the Europa League didn't feel bad.
Oh man, that's a sad life.
Well, it was a great trip. We flew to Barcelona, and then we drove 7 hours to Bilbao, watched the game, and then we drove back to Barcelona and drove home. So like it was a once in a lifetime opportunity. Tottenham aren't going to be at the final again, and to be able to say we did it with mates, and we got tickets. It was just incredible. Obviously, the birth of my children is the most amazing moment of my life. You don't have to say that.
We all know that's the right answer. But
I don't know. I just like having trying things, and like I don't know, playing paddle for the first time, or playing table tennis, or just doing stuff. I'm just
being active.
I'm a doer. I can't sit still.
Yeah,
and I want to do stuff and keep busy, and
no, I get that definitely. I think I didn't do a lot of that in my younger years, but then my wife started buying me all these experiences, and it sort of set my light on fire, and it was exciting when I was doing. I don't like heights. Ended up doing a skydive. Don't like deep water. Ended up snorkeling and jumping off the front of a speedboat and all this sort of stuff, just for the experience, pushing myself into it.
I'd much prefer for my birthday to get a voucher to do something than a watch or a shirt, or just go-karting voucher is my birthday present. Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Have you ever been land yachting?
Land yachting?
Yeah, that's one of the weirder ones I've done. So you sit on a free-wheeled buggy sort of thing, and you've got a sail, and you just go along on a beach or wherever it is, and it just whips you along.
Wow,
the speed. It's great.
Does it
fun.
ever come off the sand? It's heavy.
Yeah, if you're trying to go around corner fast, go 2 wheels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you get good at it, you can do it intentionally, but. Yeah, I wasn't that good.
I think travelling for me is a big one as well, and I've recently got into travelling a bit more, and it's that feeling of going away and seeing somewhere new and experiencing different cultures. And I think you can get set in your ways, can't you, in your life, and you've got to remember that
beach holiday, all inclusive, whatever. Yeah, I can't think of anything worse at the minute for me. I know I get why people enjoy it. It's time to relax.
Yeah,
I prefer storming around the place trying different foods.
So you're not going to be in the pool doing the gymnastics?
Oh, Deborah's wanting to. She put her hand up. You can tell she's been a teacher, right?
Yes.
I really want to know what Phil was like at school, or what the education system was like for you. Just saying that you're a doer, you like to do things. You like
so
to
our conversation with Deborah, the reading doctor, has quite a bit of it is around ADHD and dyslexia, and how she's helping people or kids to cope or access. That's access reading. Yeah, that's it. So that's just to give context to the question.
So my schooling, I was the younger sibling. I went to primary school, and I was quiet as a mouse. Didn't cause any trouble. Didn't do anything bad, but basically got ignored because I was really shy and quiet, and I didn't learn anything. And I was finishing primary school, and they're like, "Oh my God, you're not where you need to be." I've never been dyslexic or anything like that, but I was I was just like lost in the system sort of thing. My sister at the time was going to a dance and ballet and acting school, and my mum and dad were sending her there, and then like they saw a private school which was nearby to us, so I got some tutoring, and then like got up to speed, and then went to that private school. So I was very lucky in terms of going to a private school, and then I went to a private secondary school, which like I always describe private school not necessarily as better for you for grades and things like that, but it's the experience and the doors that it sort of opens in terms of like the extracurricular activities, and I think primarily it was the sport that brought me out. So at my middle school, private school, I played football, and I got into the first team like 2 years before I should have been there, and then I was first team captain, and the sport really brought out my personality from that shy little boy. And then GCSEs, A levels, university, and then made it through.
So you were kind of caught just at the right time. Your strengths were celebrated.
Yeah.
Just at the right time, by the sounds of it, and with a bit of tuition as well.
Yeah.
Give you a boost.
It's interesting. There's a lot of people just drift through school and stuff like that. Because I was the same. I was quiet and just left alone, but I was just good at exams. Like I'd be terrible at anything coursework because I didn't have the attention span to do it all. But getting to an exam, I found it easy almost, like to just get some right answers.
Nowadays the schools teach people to take exams, don't they? And I'm not saying that's bad, but my son just finished his GCSEs and smashed it. And like 9 months ago, it's like, okay, well, you're gonna have to do some work, and then put in the work, listen to the teacher, and he's done really well. And now he's doing 3 A levels in like economics, psychology and politics, like PE or whatever they call it. And that's like, oh wow, you got a clever bastard on it. But when I was younger, I had speech problems as well, so I couldn't say the letter J.
Okay.
And my 3 best friends were all called James. That was fun. Mummy, can I have games round to play? Who? Games. So yeah, I had speech therapy as well. And,
Okay.
So
I'm like playing the violin to myself.
Well, it's inspiring, isn't it? Because you've come out the other side, and you've had interventions that have enabled you to thrive as an adult. And that's actually really good.
Well, I think so. I went to Bournemouth Uni. I did tourism studies. My cousins lived in Bournemouth. I wanted to go there. I like geography. I basically did a degree that sounds a bit crap, but actually Bournemouth's really good for tourism. Yeah. And we went to Cyprus and Blackpool and had all these great trips. And I actually wrote my dissertation about dance music because I'm into electronic music. I wrote about, my dissertation title was, Has the Dance Music Holiday to Ibiza Peaked? So nice. I wrote 4,000 words on clubbing and interviewing Ministry of Sound holidays. And yeah, it was great.
That's cool.
What was the answer?
Yes and no. It's changed.
There's never an answer of these things, is there?
So obviously I had to spend time out in Ibiza and really, really research, and I spent 2 summers out there working in bars, and
nice.
It was good fun.
So did you at that point know what you wanted to do with your career?
I didn't have a clue. So I was doing a tourism degree. The careers person at uni went, oh, you should apply for a few graduate schemes just to see if you can get on. I applied to Whitbread, who at the time owned Marriott Hotels and Premier Inn and Costa. And somehow I made it through the process and went to the next round and got a place on the graduate scheme. And then they went, well, what hotel do you want to work in? I was like, I don't want to work in a bloody hotel. I was like, and luckily they had an events venue called the Brewery, which is in Moorgate, Barbican Way in London. So it was an events venue hiring out to corporates and conferences and exhibitions. So they offered me a place there as a event sales manager. So I moved up to London, got work in there and got into the events world.
Nice.
So I don't know, I've sort of like fallen into stuff, but yeah, without sounding big-headed, I got a 2-2 at uni, didn't do much work. My A levels weren't great, my GCSEs were okay. It's like, but I've got through that graduate scheme somehow with my personality.
A star, I'd say.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah. But I wonder how then you've gone from, because it feels like a part of that is just kind of following stuff that you kind of like the look of or sound of, rather than having a plan in place. How have you then ended up in, the franchising world, which is perhaps not all holidays and raving in Ibiza,
So
some people might have it that way, but
yeah,
I haven't seen it.
well, Ryan was in Ibiza.
Well, he was,
so I think working in events is like a 20-year-old's game. It's like hard work, long hours, great fun, out all the time, like in early, out late, and it's great fun. But I went travelling for 8 months and I quit my job, and then I got back into that job. And then my sister was running a makeup artist agency, so she was a makeup artist. She was a makeup artist, and she had a small agency supplying makeup artists for weddings and events. She got pregnant. My dad got involved in the business and said, "Oh, it's a great business. You've got a good brand. You're doing well. You should franchise it." So literally they asked me, would you like to come in and help us to try to franchise this business? So we went to the NEC exhibition. I met people. I took it as though it was like a new university project of like, right, let's start a business. Luckily, my dad put in some investment to see us through for the first few months. And I got into franchising that way, knowing nothing about it. Yeah. But effectively, my sister was running the business and I went in as the consultant and worked on modelling her business, systemising it, putting technology in place and putting an opportunity out there and speaking to makeup artists about it and bringing them on as franchisees.
Did your dad have a business that was in franchising, or what was his knowledge?
No,
or was it just
so
something
he was, we like to call him the man from Del Monte.
Okay.
He was not quite Del Monte standards, but he was more like Tesco, Sainsbury's own brand.
Right, okay.
So I don't know what you could call him, and he's a bit Mediterranean.
Man from Tesco Stripey.
Yeah. He was a bit Mediterranean looking, so it sort of fitted him, but he basically was the middleman for like canned fruit, olive oil, chocolate hazelnut spread. Our garage was just full of like free samples. Like we used to get gallons of like olive oil. Like this.
Wow.
So yeah, he was the middleman between the growers and the producers and the supermarkets. So he had his own business and merged that with another company, and so he had that background of how to run a business and that entrepreneurial mindset.
Yeah, how can you grow it? There's some options, and one of them was franchising.
But I think when I was working in events, I don't think I was ever thinking business. But then when that opportunity came, it was like, oh wow, this is great. I'm working by myself. I can do what I want, and everything I'm doing is driving the business forward. And when you are self-employed, it's hard graft, isn't it? Because you're like, wow, I've had a great month. Oh, I've had a crap month, and oh god, this has happened, and this person hasn't paid me, or I think that's what excites me. And like at the moment I work for Ashtons, but we are effectively self-employed consultants, and so it is up to us to get clients and keep the clients and do a good job so we can get more referrals and things like that.
Yeah, makes sense. So learning that franchising piece then, where did you go and get all the information from? Because I guess for somebody young starting out and not really knowing where to go, it's and what was that?
So
40 years ago or something?
2009 we went.
2009.
So literally we went to the NEC in October 2000 it would have been 2008 because we started the franchise business in January 2009. So I could say I met Ashtons and I learned everything from Ashtons. Of course, I did meet Ashtons, but actually we attended a John Pratt seminar at the exhibition, and he was handing out a signed copy of his book to the first person that could make it to his stand. Okay. So I literally pegged it. I pegged it over there and got the book, and I was like, right, that's my first resource. And then obviously walking around the show. And at that time, I think there's a lot more printed material, and it's like
so you pick up
technology still wasn't quite there really. So it was going to seminars, reading magazines, understanding the process, speaking to Ashtons and I think it was Clive Sawyer, Business Options.
Okay.
Who he's EWIF, isn't he? Or he founded EWIF.
Founded it, I think. Yeah.
and just taking it all in and like researching and thinking, right, how do we? And then I went to my sister's house and went, right, tell me about how you manage your bookings. She's got a little plastic folder out with all her paper in, and went, there you go, there's next week's jobs. And it was brilliant because it worked for her, but it's like, okay, we're now going to franchise it. How do we turn that into technology, and how do we build this thing so we can keep an eye on people and help people? Our target of franchisees was makeup artists who are great at makeup but rubbish at business.
Yeah.
They wanted the marketing support, they wanted leads to come into them, and they wanted to press a few buttons to record things, and everything's done for them. So our system was basically a technology system, a booking engine, which we built with a web developer, and we built the business that way. And we already had a network of makeup artists, so our pilot franchisees were some of them. And then we just put it out there to people to say, look, we can help. We're a marketing company. We'll help generate leads. We've got a system so you manage your bookings. You go out and do jobs. And if you can't do jobs, you then subcontract to other artists on our books.
Yeah, makes sense. Nice.
So,
did it go smoothly attracting those people? Was it easy?
Once we had people come and visit us, we knew they were willing to sign. It was a matter of us choosing them or not.
Yeah.
So obviously everything that we were putting out there sold it to them in the right way. The challenge was taking people on quickly enough, because it was a low cost franchise. It was like 5k.
Yeah.
We needed lots of people coming through the system, and then some months were good months, others were slow. And what we found, we signed up 40 franchisees, or 45 over a period of time, over maybe 4 or 5 years. But we found that people were naturally wanting to leave the industry, or going off to have a baby and needed the time off. And we were there, but we couldn't then get it to the next level of like 100 franchisees. And then what we found was the franchisees didn't perform all on the same level, which I think that's probably my biggest learning from. You go into it going, oh yeah, we'll help everyone, and everyone will do exactly like we say, and everyone will convert 6 out of 10 inquiries, and everyone will be earning 50k a year, and we'll be taking 20% of that, and everything will be hunky-dory. But it's like the levels of difference between the conversion rates and the sales was crazy. Yeah. Like some were 1 out of 10, some were 8 out of 10, but we weren't making enough money from the commissions or the management service fee to really take the business to the next level.
Yeah.
And
is that because you pitched it too low, the MSFs, or?
I think because we were putting the marketing and spending, we were generating lots of inquiries, so Google ads at the time. We were then relying on them to do the conversions,
right?
And do the sales. So some of them, like some people are naturally great at sales, other people aren't great at sales. So what we learned was we had to take that back in-house, and that's actually what we ended up doing.
Okay.
So we decided to stop franchising. We had built up a network of franchisees. We'd also built up our network of freelance artists. So we had franchisees who managed the bookings, did the bookings themselves, but then if they couldn't do the bookings because they had one on Saturday and they had 4 other jobs, they then subcontracted to our other freelancers. Yeah. So we'd built up a network of like 300 freelance makeup artists around the country. So we're like, well, rather than the franchisees do the conversions and the sales, let us do them. We think we can convert at a better rate, and therefore we have a bigger business, which we've got more control in, and we're still giving work out to people, but we're just losing the franchising side.
Yeah.
So we needed franchising because we needed to build our name around the country and get in with wedding venues and become known. But it was natural for the way the business went for it to come back into in-house. We had a team of bookers who then managed the bookings, converted at a higher rate, and then gave the jobs to our artists.
So did the franchisees leave of their own accord, or was it just end of contracts? And then...
Yeah, like we had one issue, like 1 out of 45, where they caused a fuss and we had to come to a deal of see you later sort of thing. But that was fine.
Yeah.
And I think that's expected in any network, isn't it? Like, you're always going to have one or two people that cause problems. Most were happy because we're like, look, we're going to take the sales back off you. We know we can convert at a higher rate, and we're just going to give you a job. And actually, we gave them a slightly higher percentage than we did to the other makeup artists.
Yeah.
So we sweetened the deal a little bit.
So it's sort of shifting it over to a contractor model, isn't it, rather than a franchise model?
And that's it. It wasn't necessarily a true franchise. It was a license model because we were licensing them to use our name. We were then doing the marketing for them, and we were teaching them how to do the sales, but we were never teaching them how to do makeup because they're all professional makeup artists out there doing films and fashion weeks and stuff. So we never said you must use this brand. Or I learned a lot about smoky eyes and top knots. And
I was going to ask you that, actually, how much you know about
I was the face paint model on training day because we did train some people who weren't makeup artists. We put them through a training course, accredited training course, to become a makeup artist and then become a franchisee. And in fact, they were the best franchisees because they'd come from corporate, they'd got that sales experience. So I was tigers and butterflies and on my laptop having my face painted. So yeah, we took it back. I then went, okay, well, we're not franchising. I'm not needed. I'll go off and find other work in franchising. And then my sister, hopefully she's not watching, decided to leave as well. Just went, I've had enough. She's an artist. She's crazy as well. And it's like, that can't be arsed. Or not can't be arsed. That's totally wrong. Cut that bit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to do this anymore. And it's like, okay, well, let's run the business very leanly with the bookers. Me and my dad kept an eye on it. And then naturally over time, it just fell down, and I was busy working for other franchisors, and Nikki was off, my sister doing other things, and we basically decided to close it down because we were giving work out to artists, but my dad got older and he became ill, and it was just easier just to close it down.
Did you have an exit plan before that, though?
We did try to sell it, yeah. So we tried when I left. We were looking to sell. We were hoping L'Oreal would come along and go, hey, you've got 10,000 brides on your database and 300 makeup artists, and here's £1 million. We had Mrs. Jones come along and go, here's 25 grand. We're like, maybe not.
Yeah.
But we still own the brand. We still own the domain. So if my daughter or my niece want to
pick it back up again,
or whatever, I don't have a nephew. What am I saying? My son. If they ever want to pick it up, they can pick it up.
Cool.
So.
Nice. Yeah. It's interesting to sort of hear the journey of discovering franchising, turning it into a franchise kind of, and then it changing into something else completely. Because I think I'm probably guilty of thinking that once the brand's franchised, that's it for life, you know. There's different routes out, and sometimes do you think some brands sort of just stick at franchising just because that's what the decision they made, and don't kind of exit in a different way? Like you've found a way to.
Yeah, I think
because it doesn't suit some businesses, does it? You know, it's
not going to suit every business, but some businesses might need to go through the process like we did in order to grow and then come out. But say if you look at the real big players, like we see massive multi-unit franchise owners owning multi-units of one brand or multiple brands, and actually the franchisor is more interested in them. Like for my clients, it's about getting their first franchisee, and that first franchisee is going to be the doer, the person that goes into that business and runs it. Like I've got a bakery client at the minute, and it's costs a lot of money to set up because you need all the machineries, but he doesn't want an investor. He wants the person that will be in there 5-6 days a week, running the show, being the face of the business. But then that's got challenges because 250k investment, and it's finding that person that wants to work and can get access to that money. But in time, his philosophy is always the owner running the show. But in time, in 5 years' time, he might change and go, yes, we need to become the Gales of this world and we need to change. But I think that this comes naturally and as things progress. And
they have to experience it and get to that point themselves rather than jumping ahead using your knowledge, I guess, sometimes.
Yeah. Well, that's it.
So, yeah, do you find you have to kind of slow down kind of your knowledge for some brands that you bring on board? So you typically working with businesses that are successful, and then they're excited, they want to expand fast, and you can probably guide them through that and avoid a lot of the pitfalls. But do you find it difficult sometimes to hold back and say, yeah, actually they've just got to learn some of this themselves?
I think so. I think one of my clients at the minute, franchisees, has paid the deposits, got the agreement, has found the premises, and he's come back with the questions on the legal agreement. And her voicemail to me yesterday was like, "Oh my God, there's a lot there." And I'm like, "Don't worry about it. It's 1.5 pages of A4. It's all standard stuff. It's the lawyer coming back to make their fee effectively." But she's stressed out about it. But I'm like, no, it's cool. The majority of that stuff's no problem. Another client I spoke to yesterday who's launching next month, I'm like, all we need to do is get one person. That's our target. Between the advert going out on the 6th of October, we're going to be speaking to people, we're going to be meeting some people, we're going to be presenting the information. By Christmas, we want someone who is going to go, yeah, I really like this and I want to sign. Yeah. And they have to forget, but we might get 10 people interested. You won't. Let's just get one.
Yeah.
And then spend the next 6 months getting that person up and running. And then in next summer, we can go again with a proper marketing plan, but we just need one person who you can get up and running and help them help them become successful, and then you can go.
Yeah.
Like one of our clients, the leak detective, I don't know if you've seen them about, they find leaks.
Possibly.
They probably worked with Charlie 2.5 years ago, struggled at the start, really struggled. And now they're up to like 20 franchisees. Every day I'm on LinkedIn, another one. It's like it's boom, suddenly it goes.
Yeah.
But it does depend on the management of the franchisees and making sure you help them do a good job, and because that's going to help sell future franchises.
I think that's an important thing to kind of think about, isn't it? Just getting that one on board to prove the concept then becomes the kind of evidence for the new people coming in to see it. Because I think people are naturally sort of cautious, especially with the word franchise involved. You know, they kind of go, yeah, well, I don't know if this is just, some sort of money grab or something like that, and does it actually work? You with most things, you kind of go and look for the reviews, don't you, or testimonial to prove that actually this is what they say it is. So yeah, getting that one on board's important. But I think sometimes getting franchisees on board is dependent on who's talking to them, because I've spoken to franchisors who I feel are really good at what they do, but aren't as good at communicating and getting across the good stuff about their brand. There's one in particular I won't mention. I think they're too salesy. They too push everything. This is why we're great. We're fantastic because of this, this, and this. And you should get on board with us because of this, this, and this. It's kind of the wrong approach, I think. But
they're going to attract people that are attracted to that, aren't they? And we know the number one rule with marketing: who's your target audience?
Yeah, but they're trying to go to everybody and anybody, and want to I think it's just so pumped up, excited, proud of what they do, and they just want to shout that to everybody. But it's not always it's not the best approach, I think, in my mind. But yeah, I think people are always trying to not always, a lot of franchise brands that I speak to are always trying to get more franchisees than they need. I think so. That's why I think what you said there is a really important point. Actually, sometimes it just needs to be 1, 2, whatever it is, to prove that concept.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. So, music you talked about. I'm going to come back to the business stuff in a minute, but I don't want to forget this. So you were talking about going to Ibiza and dance music and stuff like that. Is that your general vibe? Do you sort of sit there working on all of these strategies and stuff, and it's house music?
100% my vibe. It's not. It's beaty, repetitive. Unce. That does it for me.
Do you still go raving?
I still go raving sometimes. We was in Margate a few weeks ago at
Dreamland, yeah,
from Marabou State. Do like dreamy, like electronic stuff. That was good.
It's such a surreal environment there, isn't it?
Yeah, and Margate's quite an interesting town. It's Shoreditch on Sea now. we found some good after parties, honestly.
Yeah.
Have you been to Faith and Strangers there?
No, I don't think so. We basically
or the Sun Deck.
No, I don't think so. We went to a pub next door to the Dreamland on the way in, and then there was an after party there. And then we asked loads of people where the after parties are, and everyone's mentioning all these places and walking around. No, shut. Oh, found it. Oh, we're only open half an hour more. I found another place.
Down on the beach, near the sauna place and the double-decker bus. Okay. That's where all the DJs play.
Okay.
Like
next time.
Sundowners, yeah.
Okay, recommendation, Sundowners.
So yeah, like that's my vibe.
Yeah, do you just listen to the old stuff that you've always listened to, or because you said you're sort of someone who likes to do and get out there and do things, and I find people like that generally like new stuff a lot of the time. You know, like
I think I'll still listen to the old stuff once in a while, but then it's like just. But for example, I'll listen to Pete Tong, who's still going. He's like 64 or something. He does a radio show on Radio 1 and Radio 1 Dance. It's on BBC Sounds. It's a 2-hour show and it just goes through dance music. So it's like it keeps you up to speed with what the trends are and and the massive real commercial sound now is like Afro House. But a couple of years ago it was just coming in and it was cool and like it was nice to understand what sort of sounds are coming in.
Yeah.
Because I've lived through like minimal techno in the mid-noughties and like trance in the late 90s and there's always going to be a different sound coming in. And I had the pleasure of DJing at my daughter's year 6 leavers party, which was
nice.
Big gig.
So are you a DJ? Or was it just playing one track after the other?
No, I now have digital decks.
Okay.
So I DJ'd there. I DJ'd at my mate's 40th. I used to play vinyl and I've played in a few clubs, but nothing.
Have you tried creating your own?
Sorry, I'm interrupting.
Yeah, that's all right. Go for it.
A few years ago, there was at the Design Museum. They had the history of electronic music. Did you go to that?
No, I don't think I did.
It's amazing. It went back to Victorian times.
Oh wow!
I didn't know that.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, there's all like a whole timeline of all the machines and everything.
There was a thing at the Barbican as well about like going back to like rave culture and I think you wore like a 3D headset and wandered around and didn't make it to that, but I'm a bit young for that. I'm like I got into dance music because I was looking to record the top 40 on a tape.
Yeah,
when I was like 13
our age
or 12. No, probably 11, 12. And I went into my sister's room and I found a tape and I was like, oh, I'll use that. Turned that tape on and it was Prodigy.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this? I love this. So that's how I got into it. And then everyone was like into indie and like Oasis and Blur and Cast. And I was into like happy hardcore and this crazy like stuff.
Scooter was probably like my closest to going that direction.
And then I went to Bournemouth Uni and Bournemouth Uni had Slinky, which was trance, and trance was massive in those days when, I don't know, it was something like 2 million people a weekend were going out to clubs at like 97, 98, 99. And then I went to Ibiza 2000, 2001. Yeah. And then I came up to London and then I became a serious clubber and Fabric in the end and Turnmills and proper music. Stuff that trance.
Have you ever tried to create music yourself?
On a PlayStation, on the PlayStation.
Oh, there was a game out a while ago.
It always turned into like happy hardcore, but I'm very unmusical. I can DJ and I can beat mix and filters and everything, and I can make a set sound good. But if you asked me to play 3-bar mice on the keyboard, I would not know which way to put my finger.
Yeah, but it's not so, especially with dance and trance kind of music, it's not necessarily about the instruments. Like you can just take samples and just piece it all together.
Yeah, but I'm not massively musical, so I wouldn't be able to, like, Fred Again. Have you heard of Fred Again?
No, I've not heard. No.
So Fred Again does all this like crazy shit on like a, don't even know what it is. My friend did give me one, but it's like a drum sample machine, and I wouldn't be able to do that. All I can do is go track, line it up, get it in time, and make it sound okay.
All right, yeah. I'd have thought that'd been a fairly easy thing to do because you kind of know the beats.
But I just don't have that brain.
Yeah.
Literally, 3 blind mice, I'd be like, which way do I go?
Yeah, it's interesting. So I follow people on Instagram, places like that just look through the various different samples that are in tracks, and somebody I used to know Gotcha, isn't it? Yeah, I know it's not the same sort of music, but
there is a house version.
I bet there is. Yeah, there's a house version of everything. But it's interesting to hear that they've got samples. You think it's an original track, but all these famous songs that we know have just pulled little sort of small snippets from them, and it's people that have got those kind of decks that just pull them all together. And you think
maybe
Gnarls Barkley is another one that is a big song. It's got 2 big samples in it that create the beat in the background, and
maybe one day when I get
someone who likes to do stuff, you should have a go at it.
Yeah, I know, but then it's a whole new project, and it's a whole new thing to research.
I'm not a
very good researcher. I'll get bored quite easily of looking at detail, and I'll just want to try and do it, and then I'll probably get frustrated at not being able to do it, and then I'd move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
So, but I do my aim for next year is to have a proper gig, in a proper club, or a proper playing the music, because it's I played there's a pub in Wanstead where I live, and they do a street party every year, and I know the owner. I was like, oh, can I DJ between the bands? It's yeah, cool. So I got up there, and the stage was pretty huge, and I got a bit nervous, and then I stream all my music, and then because there were so many people there, the internet wasn't working properly, so I couldn't play the actual songs I wanted to play, and I'd lined it all up nice, good music for a general crowd, and I ended up having to play music that I owned that was on my laptop.
Got you, yeah.
So I was playing quite hard electro from 2003, and these kids were loving it, and then the odd couple loving it, and everyone else was Saturday afternoon. And I was just focusing on this couple going, yes, come on. And then the band that was meant to come on last, they were running late, and they were they're going, play another one. I was I haven't got another one. I've only got this really hard one. Boom. I wasn't asked back this year. So, no.
I think you should do a side gig and go to franchise conferences and
I know, but it's
being the DJ for the evening, right?
No, because I'm quite specific about what I like to play, and it's quite underground and it's not going to suit. If people come up to me and say, can I play Come On Eileen, I'll be like, no. And that sounds really,
you're out then, aren't you?
That sounds really snobby, but
I get it. Yeah.
I'd much prefer to play the music that I like and educate people. It sounds really, really bad, but
I get it. Yeah, I get that. If I've got friends in the car and play music, I'm like, right, you're going to listen to this and see it. And,
exactly.
And then they just go, you listen to this? Yeah.
And if Pete Tong's 64, I'm 45, so I've got hope.
You got some time yet? Yeah, cool. So back to business, right? Let's get back to business. What do you enjoy about what you do today? Because I'd imagine that some of it is there's systems, there's processes that you follow, and it can get repetitive, right? At times doing the same thing, same advice. So what do you enjoy about what you do today?
I think initially it's the people come to us and they are excited because they've got a good business, they've got a good brand, and they want to grow it. So you can help them with that excitement and help them, show them a way. I think what I really like is working with people that get it, and they're hardworking, they've got the right mindset, and they are going for it. And the people that I struggle with are the ones that, oh yeah, we'll do this and it will just work, and it will I won't have to do anything, and get very despondent when things don't come through. Because it's 100 leads for one franchisee. It's a lot of rejection. It's a lot of no, isn't it? But it's working with people who I enjoy working with, and I can see that there's hope there, and they've got something good that will happen with a little bit of determination.
Yeah, nice, good stuff. Right, I think it's time to bang the drum for franchising.
What does that mean?
We've got some sticks.
I'm not musical.
Going to test your musical chops.
My son,
you got to bang. You got to bang the drum.
What do I do? It's literally bang the drum.
Well, definitely. Jesus. That surprised me.
Oh, did I? I didn't smash it, did I?
No, it was already there, that one. But yeah. Nice.
Is that it?
That's a proper hit. Yeah, no.
My son learnt the drums at primary school, and they did a year 6 end of term leavers like show, and he turned up in his hoodie and he's all like, yeah, I'm cool. And he did another one, Bites the Dust by Queen.
Nice.
I saw all the girls like swooning over him. It's like, look at Bailey's cool. He's giving it up now.
Nice. That's cool. Well, the reason for this part of the thing to ask to bang the drum for franchising is yeah, what would you like to bang the drum for franchising? What would you like to turn the volume up on in franchising?
Oh, I see. You can see I've watched a lot of this podcast.
Yeah, the research. What you?
What did you say?
I think the thing I want to like push home most is it's bloody hard.
Yeah.
And the franchisors need to understand that they are starting a fresh business and they're becoming a franchisor business. They're no longer doing what they're doing. They ideally, that business needs to be running themselves, or running by a team. They need to have the time to dedicate to go, right, think about when I started that business, I'm starting a new business. So, and dedicate the time and have the right mindset and a plan and push through. Because I think people see franchising just as another option and like a bolt on, which will just work.
It's I find some individuals see it as an extension of their current business.
Yeah.
When I try and like I say, instill the idea into them that actually it's a second business that needs its own core messaging, its own values, its own marketing messages. Yeah, you almost have to go through it completely again, don't you? To some degree, not quite, but
yeah. And then an understanding that like you're in a people business and you are helping people, and we're all a bit weird, aren't we? It's like we all do weird things. It's about selecting the right people and being there, but understanding the relationship between a franchisor and a franchisee, and not being too dictatory, but not being too like loose. And it's a real interesting relationship that needs to be carefully managed. I'm not really answering the question about what needs to be elevated, but maybe I'm trying to put people off becoming a franchisor. And in fact, that's what we actually do. Our first bit of work is about, is it right for you? Is it feasible? And if it's not, we'll tell them, even on a first phone call, like, no, don't do this.
I guess what you're saying is don't go into it completely blind. Get to know what the ins and outs of what this actually is. It's a second business.
Yeah.
And there's some complex relationships that you're going to deal with.
Yeah. And know how you're going to make money, and when that money's going to be made, and how it's all going to work.
Yeah. So
more of an understanding of it from the outset, rather than just coming into it and going, oh yeah, this is going to be amazing.
Nice. Good stuff. What would you like to turn the volume down on? Do you want me to fill while you do the prep work?
And now I'm not going to be able to think, because I'll be thinking about everything else except the question.
Thinking about clubbing.
What annoys me, I think sometimes the industry tries to be too insular in terms of helping out businesses within the industry, when those may not be the best answer for it. And I'm trying to be cryptic here because I don't want to give too much away.
Okay.
But do
you mean kind of the people around the industry, not necessarily the franchisors?
Yes. Yeah. The people like consultants and suppliers. There's a time and place for suppliers to be active with clients. And I think sometimes it's too much of a, we can help you now. But actually, no, it's like, we know our market is brand new franchisors. We get approached all the time saying, oh, you must know loads of franchisors and can you introduce us? We're like, no, because we help them go from here to here. But once they're there, that's not our market. And I think sometimes other companies might try to come in and grab customers not at the right time.
Yeah.
So it's because we're with them from the start, we can sort of go, okay, well, you want to speak to that person at that point and that person at that point, but don't be too pushy of trying to get people on board in your services too early.
I guess like we were talking about earlier, it's sometimes people just have to go through that journey and hit the things at the right time, exactly. Learn and experience. Okay, well, that's why I need X, Y, Z.
Yeah,
that supplier's often to me.
Yeah, like our clients, some of them have money, which is great. Others don't, and it's to be told, oh, you need this, and it's going to cost you X, Y, and Z. It's like that is not sensible advice. They need to be that business owner, that the working on their own, like cracking on, doing it themselves, and at the point they can afford it or they need it, then they can go for that sort of service.
Yeah.
And we we lose clients all the time because they don't have money, but it's like we can give them some free advice, but if they can't afford our services, then we have to say, oh, I'm sorry, that's our fee, and like good luck if you can't afford us. But
yeah, I think it's important though, isn't it, to be that honest with people and say this is what it is, so that you're all brought in on the project together. I was having a conversation with an individual who's set up as a franchise, hasn't got their first franchisee on board, had struggled to with conversations and getting any leads through the way that they were. Someone said, speak to Ed and see what you think, and I just spoke to him and I could feel his energy was not in the franchise. He's spending all of his time doing all the work on the business and in the business, and I could have at that point said, well, don't worry, pay me $3,000 a month and we'll take control of that for you.
Yeah.
But he was talking about, he's spending a lot of time with his kids, they're going in and out of classes and clubs, and they're picking up. I just went to him, mate, just focus on that stuff. Why are you franchising? Why is it so important that you grow this business into a franchise and expand? It goes back to the point
we said earlier about they need to understand that they're starting something fresh and they need to be all in on it. And if you're not all in, I don't think it's worth, as a new franchisor, it's got to be the right time. Yeah. In fact, I spoke to a lady who attended one of our seminars 2 years ago. She emailed us, said, "Great news, Phil. I'm definitely going ahead with franchising in 2030. I was like, brilliant, great. So that's her time frame. She's going to take 5 years more to get to the point when she's going to start franchising.
Yeah.
So
she's got a vision.
Exactly. And I wasn't going to push her to go, let's start now, because she's not ready.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. Cool. So we're nearing at the end, and
is there a guitar playing now? Is there?
That's it. You've now got to show me what tunes you can play. No. So I'd like to find out from people the track that describes them most, or is their track, their anthem. Because I'm collecting them all onto the franchise jukebox, which is a Spotify playlist that anybody can access. So, have you got a track that represents you? It's your anthem.
Well, it's going to be an obscure one that you probably don't know.
Cool. I'll get to listen to it then. That's good.
Well, it's called Nathan. It's by Nathan Fake.
Okay.
And the track is called "The Sky Is Pink."
The Sky Is Pink.
And it's like an epic, like trancey, melodic, techno-y anthem.
Okay. And why is it your anthem?
Just because it's. You could go really cheesy here, couldn't you?
Go on.
No, like I don't know. Just it's long, but it's exciting and it's flowing, and it's ongoing, and it doesn't. It's like peaks and troughs, but more peaks. So that reflects me. Yeah. Because I have that little downtime, but then I go again and go again and go again, sort of thing. God, I don't know how I manage that answer.
Yeah, yeah. And relentless by the sounds of it as well.
Yeah. And then into the next one.
Yeah, straight mixed into the next one.
Exactly.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, no, Nathan Fake's a Leytonstone boy from where I live now.
Okay. Yeah. It's on Spotify, right? I can track this down. Yeah, cool. Okay, excellent. Will it be on the franchise jukebox?
I'll take a listen.
Awesome. Phil, thank you so much for your time today. It's been an absolute pleasure to have a chat with you. I mean, we've worked together for a while, but kind of, knowing a bit more about your background and that's been really interesting to get into.
Very much for the invite.
Love it. Yeah, nice one. Cheers.
Cool. Woo!
That was brilliant. It's really hot in here.
This podcast was brought to you by The Franchised, helping franchisors to fine-tune their franchise recruitment to amplify their growth. Whether your franchise recruitment process isn't working or you need a marketing strategy to help you develop a way to find those franchisees that are right for your franchise, or you just need some content created like this podcast or video testimonials, whatever it may be, to develop a connection and build trust with your prospects, The Franchise can help you to do exactly that. Head on over to thefranchise.com to learn more.